Hey guys, this is Gene Jensen, and today we're going to take the Lucky Tackle Box, and instead of me teaching the world how to fish, I got to teach my wife how to fish.
Not stepping.
Exactly. Alright, so you guys know what I like to do with the Lucky Tackle Box. I take one bait out of the box and I teach you guys everything I know about that bait. This is a little different. I'm going to let my wife choose what bait I pull out of the box, and then I'm going to teach her everything that I know about fishing that bait. So let's get to it, jump on it, and have a whole lot of fun. Alright, so we're going to let Tiffany open up the box, kind of pull some things out, take a look at them, and show me what she wants to fish with. Alright, so we got a swim bait. I can't even read that, the font's a little weird, ragger. Alright, little swim bait, keep rolling. Some extra wide gap hooks from Mustad. Now this box got a little wet in my boat, so this is actually the backing for some shaky heads that are down here, bait rigs.
Senshi something, okay.
Yeah, football shaky heads.
What's that?
A Senshi topwater bait, which is a little late in the day to fish a topwater, so please don't choose that one.
Those get stuck in the hook.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do. Okay.
Alright, you got a little creature bait or a flipping bait from Deep Creek Lures, which who makes pretty good baits, soft plastic. Show you guys that. Okay.
Pocket pack of weights.
Pocket pack of weights from Woo Tungsten, so we got, this is stuff for Texas rig, that would work here. I'm throwing subtle hints. Alright. And then bait butter, which is an attractant I've never heard of. What does it smell like?
Butter.
Smells like anise oil. Pretty cool. And that looks like that's about it. Alright, so we're gonna let Tiffany go ahead and choose what she wants to fish with.
What I want to fish with.
Well,
anything I want to fish with, I can choose.
So you gotta choose that dang swim bait. Trying not to influence her.
I'm trying not to influence her.
Alright, so we got hooks. Got Deep Creek Lures, creature bait.
Can't make up my mind.
Got a topwater bait, got a swim bait, and we have Texas rig stuff or flipping stuff, which works really good in this grass.
Alright.
Alright, so.
Oh wait. I'm not done. You said two, right?
No, I just said we gotta
okay.
take. Alright, so this is what we're gonna fish with. Soft plastics, extra wide gap hook, which is pretty cool. The Lucky Tackle Box comes with everything you need to flip. These weights aren't heavy enough for punching, but they'll work really good for flipping around the cover and in the sparse grass that we have around here. So let's jump on it and I'll show you how to do it. All right, so let's talk about the equipment that we're using today. We're fishing Bienville Plantation. We're here on our final vacation of the summer. We've got my family. We got Scott, my cameraman / everything else. He wears a lot of hats in the Flukemaster brand, but he got his family here. So what we're doing is there's a lot of grass, there's big fish. Tiffany's fairly new at bass fishing and she doesn't set the hook super hard like you guys see me do, so we're gonna put some low stretch braid on, or zero stretch braid on, put a heavier rod. So I've got a heavy action, this is a 7'11" heavy fast action, so it's my flipping pitching rod, and a high speed gear ratio reel, so it's 8:1 gear ratio reel, 65-pound braid. And it just makes it easier for her to set the hook. There's a lot of grass, and really you don't have to fish a lot of fluorocarbon and stuff like that with it. All right, so now I'm going to show Tiffany how to rig a Texas rig, and this is going to be a Texas rig with a pegged weight because we're going to be fishing a little bit of cover, and it just doesn't get tangled up as much when you fish a pegged weight. And plus the pocket pack from Woo Tungsten has all the stuff we need in it. So let's knock that out real quick. All right, here we go, Tiffany. Grab that line. I'm gonna start handing you all the little parts and pieces in order. We're gonna start with the peg, and there's a bunch of those on that, but you only need one. So what you do is you have little loops in that peg, in this set of pegs. You run your line through that loop.
Okay. Just
a little bit. No, go. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And then reach and grab hold of this peg and pull it onto the line. I'll hold the pegs. You just pull hard, and just keep pulling it.
Okay. Almost to the end.
Just keep pulling it till it pops off.
Oh, you want it off?
Yeah, till the tip pulls, the end of the line pulls out. Just keep pulling.
Okay.
All right, right there. So it's the peg's on there. Now what you want to do is slide it up the line a little bit.
Okay.
I'll hold that. Keep going. About 6 or 5 or that one. Just that's good enough. I'm not good with lengths this morning for some reason. All right. So now that we have the peg on there, I'll give you a sinker. You can put the sinker on, and you put the skinny side first. You put the line through the skinny side, out through the fat side. There you go. Now this set of Wu tungsten stuff comes with beads. I normally don't use beads just because I never thought about it, but since they have beads, we're going to put a bead on. And what that bead will create is a little bit of noise in between the sinker and the bead as the sinker beats up against it, and it also will help protect your knot if you're using fluorocarbon or monofilament. So
why do you want the noise?
Just added attraction. Things that eat on the bottom, like crawfish and that kind of stuff, make a little bit of noise when they do it. Like my stomach's grumbling since we didn't eat breakfast. So, okay, and then the next one is the knot. We're using braid, so I always tie an a Palomar knot with the braid. So I'm gonna talk you through it. Yep, line goes through. Pull it, okay, and then it goes back through the way it came out. So you're gonna create a loop.
Okay.
And a lot of people say pinch it and push it through. Well, you're using fluorocarbon, you don't ever want to pinch it because it weakens that spot in the line. Wet it like you do when you thread the needle.
Sewing.
Yeah.
You can do that.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, now you got a loop here. Now bunch these two lines together, just like this, in one hand.
Okay.
These two lines in the other hand, and let the hook dangle.
Okay.
And then tie an overhand knot. Okay.
All right.
Now you take that loop and you pass the hook through that loop after you've tied the overhand knot.
Okay.
Yep. Now kind of start pulling everything tight. With that hand, just start pulling everything tight. Good. Now stop for a second. Pull the main line and let the tag drop. This kind of saves a little bit of line, but anyway. Okay. Pull the main line. Pull it a little bit more. Okay, now pull the tag line. The last thing you always tighten on this knot is the tag line. Pull it hard. 65-pound braid, it ain't gonna break. Now a lot of times this tag line will like to get looped around the eye. Okay, pull it really hard. You're not gonna hook yourself. Good. All right. Check it. Yep, everything looks good. That's your simple Palomar knot. Then you take your tag line, pair of scissors, and cut your tag line just with about eighth of an inch tag. There we go. Oh, perfect. All right. Perfect. Then you pull everything down with the guide, or with the peg. Okay. Leave a little bit of space right there because you want that bead to make a little bit of noise. If I was fishing heavy cover, I'd push it all the way down. But then we're going to put the lure on the hook. Man, these things are beefy. Probably not a good punching bait, but who knows? We're not going to be punching anyway. Alright, so you take the tip of the hook, you put it straight down the tip of the bait, all the way to the bend. Okay, now bring the tip out the side, right out of the center of the line. There you go. Oh, no, you want to get it out the center line.
Center.
Yep, as best you can. Okay. Alright, keep pushing it through, all the way through.
Oh yeah, it's got to hit.
Yep, you get to that bend, and now you grab this side of the hook, pull it through, and make it give it a 180 at the same time as you're pulling through. You'll pull it through. Now twist it to a 180 degrees. There you go. Now keep pulling. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Now, what I typically do when I'm teaching people to start is I tell them to lay the hook alongside the bait, just like this, just to get an idea of where that hook needs to go in to keep that bait straight. Okay. So. And I usually, what I'll do is I'll put my finger right there and then bring the bait to that spot and push it in. All right. Now, bend the bait the other way towards the hook, like this. There you go. And now stick it all the way straight across the whole bait. All right, good. Let me see if that did that. I don't know if it did. Nope. So watch. You want to go all the way across where the hook comes out the other side. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And this is why you use an extra wide gap. See all that plastic right there? The extra wide gap will help that plastic get out of the way and get more bite on the fish. This might need a little bit bigger hook, but we're going to use the one that came in the box. So now, since we're fishing grass, we're gonna do what's called text pose. We grab the bait, we push it forward, and we just tuck the tip back into the bait just like that, so it looks like it's a stitch.
Text pose.
Text pose
right.
is what they call it. And that's it.
Okay.
That's your Texas rig.
There we go. Look at that.
Ta-da!
Beautiful.
The bait butter. Might as well since it's in the box. It's a big old tube.
Better with a butter.
Uh-oh, it might have one of those little covers on it.
I would hope so, because that stuff can be fragrant, right?
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I've learned that a few times doing laundry.
Does not smell like butter.
No.
Oh gosh, it's oily. I'm glad I didn't squeeze too hard. Whatever, I'll put my finger on it.
Just got some on me.
Women and smelly things, it just doesn't work that way. It's just anise oil, it smells decent. You can buy that at the grocery store. All right. Wash the excess off. And you know, my theory with scents is that they cover up the human scent or they cover up the plastic scent that comes off the soft plastics. Whether they attract bass or not, I don't know, but I'm a big fan of them. All right, let's rock and roll. Let's go catch some fish. Hit the bottom, see the lines going out, and see how it stopped?
Yeah.
Okay, that means the bait's on the bottom. That's the first thing you want to do. Go ahead.
That's great.
Yeah, make your cast. Trying too hard because it's not going out anymore. Okay, so let me cast up next to you and I'm going to show you what we're doing. Okay, you let it sink to the bottom. Alright, sitting on the bottom. Now you're going to kind of reel up your slack just a little bit. This is called a semi-slack line, where you got a bow in it, but it's not laying flat on the water like this. Alright, it's on the bottom because it's not going out anymore. Go ahead and reel it in. Do your slack. Take your slack in. Okay.
Start dripping.
Yep, a little pop straight up. Good. See how much easier that is than sideways? Good. Okay, you can back up a little bit. That's fine. Okay, let it. Now reel your slack in. See how that's too much slack. You'll never feel a bite that way. There you go. Good. Oh, that's fine. That's
good?
fine. Yep.
I'm like, I'm gonna hit the grass.
Texas rig comes out of the grass pretty easy. You're on the bottom already because that's pretty shallow.
Whoa.
That's a big bass.
Okay, I'm gonna cast over there.
You will. We're getting over there. I'm gonna let it strip. A big fish that lives right there. He's the same one from last night.
We'll just catch him again. I don't have a problem with that.
And I go pop, pop, and I rip it right out of that grass. Just like that. And every time it'll just come right out good and clean. But it depends on the type of grass too. We're fishing hydrilla, which rips really, really easily.
That cast over there on the gator clothes. See what happens. Look at that.
If you feel a bite, you got plenty of time just to reel towards the fish and then hammer it.
Okay. When you say reel towards the fish, you mean slack line?
Yeah, just reel you get a bite. Yep.
Okay.
Grass. Nope, that's a different gator than the two over there. Look at him come out of the water. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
So right where I cast him, just about the top of it. And let it sink to the bottom. There you go. Now just reel up, drag it. Okay, let it fall back down. Now, did you see that jump in your line? Did you feel it through your line? Now reel to it. You got plenty of time, and set the hook hard. Start fighting. There you go. Now slow, 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 slow. Let him fight. Let him fight. Let him fight. You don't want to fight a little bit. All right, now lift your rod. Okay. Reel back down to him. Good. GoPro, start recording.
Oh, look at him! Oh my gosh!
No, stop reeling. Don't reel all the way to the tip. Hit the button.
Okay.
Hit the button.
Okay.
Let some slack out. Now bring him in.
Oh!
Okay, you don't ever want to reel towards all the way to the tip. It'll break your rod tip. You want to leave about that much slack on and just lift your rod.
Oh!
That's all you do. Good fish.
Alright.
Good fish. Want to hold him?
Yeah. This is going to be entertaining.
Like that. This feels like rough sandpaper. Hold out to them.
Out there. They look really big.
Alright, well, first of all, the reason you haven't seen my wife on a lot of videos and the reason that she is the greatest fisher woman in the world is because...
Wait a minute. Hello.
Because she's been at home raising our 4 kids while I've been teaching you how to fish.
Which was a really hard job.
Yeah, and it's a lot easier to teach the world how to fish than it is to teach the wife how to fish. So yeah, it is. But it's been fun. Lucky Tackle Box never ceases to amaze me. They always have good baits. They always have really nice, you know, a selection of baits. So you can go top water on this one, you can go swim bait, and you can go Texas rig like we do. But they like that one.
Let's get that out.
We'll do that on another trip. We're gonna go back to the house. My stress level's about yay high, so.
Whatever.
All right, well, I hope you enjoy watching this video. Be sure to subscribe, but like I always say, be sure to introduce somebody to fishing. Introduce them to my channel. Let me help you teach them how to fish. More importantly, get out in the water, go out and catch some fish, and have a great day.